the core.
Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite king. Being a pirate is always with me. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yo-ho.
Dread Pirate Mustache here. Today we're going to be talking about the core. But first, a warning. This is going to be a multi-part series, probably 2 parts as I review it. The first part's going to be a application guide and what it's designed for. The second one's going to show you how to get it set up, or at least the way that I have it set up. But you may be asking yourself, Dread Pirate Mustache, what's the core? Well, that's pretty simple. This is the core. This, or as I like to call the Falcon Brain Mark I, is the central computer core for the Falcons Revenge. This is going to handle basic navigation, computer hookups, and media play. I'm going to tell you how I did it, show you what I got, and we'll see where we go from there. Now, on to the table, of which I've got everything laid out. Alright, so I've gathered the base components for the core system here, and just kind of want to go over what I use with this. So of course I have the Raspberry Pi unit. This is everything, and I'll go over the stats and everything and break down each individual component here, but I kind of wanted to lay them out on the table so that you saw everything that I had here. So I have the core unit, the Raspberry Pi, in conjunction with this tablet. If you want a monitor hooked up to your Raspberry Pi, you'll need one of these. The Raspberry Pi has an HDMI output. This is an HDMI output to a VGA output. I have a GPS puck here with quite a bit of USB cable attached to it. I have 2 wireless cards here, but you only need one. The Raspberry Pi has built-in wireless, but you need a second one if you want internet access, and you can use a simple one like this. It's a USB Wi-Fi card. However, the Dread Pirate Mustache, he don't play like that, so I have a wireless card right here that has a 25 decibel antenna, and as you can see, quite a bit of cord. This is actually long enough for me to run up the mast on the Falcon, so I have uninterrupted signal. This is a cigarette lighter USB adapter. A lot of people are used to this. You plug it into your car and everything. That is the hard drive. That is a 32 gig micro SD card. A micro SD card USB reader, and a portable DVD drive. So these are the base components that I'm going to be utilizing. If you really want to get crazy with it, like the Dread Pirate Mustache, I also have an enclosure that I'm working on it. I'll go over a little more detail during the assembly and demonstration portion, but this has a power supply and a backup integrated into it as well, and the whole thing fits in this case and keeps it out of the way and protected. So that's the quote core pieces of the core. So now I'm going to put it all together so I can demonstrate how it works and what I'm using each of these components for, and we'll see how that gets along. Alright, so here's the unit fully set up. You can see the blue lights here and the yellow lights here are the power adapter that I have going in, and it took me a little bit because I had to hook everything up. There's a power switch right here on the outside of the box. This is the power This is an 1865 battery cut into that to act as a secondary. The switch turns the unit on and off, but the power comes in from the side here. That's this funky looking braided cable into the power unit, not directly to the Raspberry. I also have this 4-port USB extender with two little things plugged into it, and that's a wireless mouse and keyboard to allow me to operate a mouse and keyboard on the unit as well. The only other thing I have sticking out of the side here is I have the wireless antenna and the GPS puck plugged in, and I'm hoping that this is going to show up for you on the video. So I'll just set this over here and I'll rotate this around, and let's see if I can get it to kind of show off itself here. And I got the mouse hooked in. So this is, oh, there we go, if I really angle it. So this is OpenCPN, which is the software that micro USB card had on it. And what it's allowing us to do right now is right here, I don't know if you can see it on the video, there's a red dot indicating my actual location. You can download charts into this and turn it into a very expensive navigation system, but with the wireless keyboard and mouse on it, you can actually use the tablet to move the mouse around, or you can use the existing mouse. And there's the software because I've accidentally closed it. Let's see here. Nope, I just minimized it. So while I can see what's going on here, because the mouse pointer on the screen is actually a lot smaller, I'm just gonna, I have all the maps for the Chesapeake Bay where the Falcon is currently located loaded, and I'm just zooming in on those so you can see that it indeed does have the navigation charts installed. These are actual charts from the Coast Guard and everything. They're the navigation charts that most sailors would have on board. I have they look just like paper charts, and it will actually just show your course on these charts, and you can all the different kinds of charts and everything that you can have, and you can see this stuff displayed in real time. The Raspberry Pi also has an audio jack so that I can pipe music through it. It will read normal USB. It'll read, with that adapter, it'll read micro USBs. You can there's, depending on the card you get, there's more than enough storage. And any computer capable of running VNC, which I'll talk about in the technical side of this, which you can even run on a tablet like this. This is a cheap Wally World tablet, cost me like, I think it was like 80 bucks. Anything capable of running VNC, including your phone, can actually type in on this. So I don't need dedicated monitors for it or a dedicated stand. This silver box just sits, and I can even show you, see the red power light for the Raspberry on there. And if you watch me pull the power cable out and drop it away, you'll see that this thing is still running. That is that 18650 cell in there. It will actually, while power is coming in, it'll charge the unit. It'll charge that battery while it's powering the unit. And right now there's no power coming into this box at all. It is all being powered off that battery back up. So if you've experienced a loss or something like that, you don't lose your navigation. It is connected, and it's showing it on the screen. It is connected to a wireless. We'll talk about that setup. You do need an external wireless card to have it connect outside. The tablet is actually connected right now to the internal wireless on the Raspberry, So they are connected, and anything can connect to that. This acts as an access point without outside internet access. With the wireless card in it, it acts as a the Raspberry itself has access to the internet, so you can update these charts, but it also acts as an access point, sharing its internet connection as well. Very, very powerful. In part 2, we'll talk about why this was selected, because the Dread Pirate Mustache doesn't mention brand names, but in this case, this is it. So right there, I've already demonstrated that it has the functionality of a $2,500 to $3,000 navigation policy, and right now it's powered by nothing, but this is what it plugs into. Any 12-volt system, you can run this on your car. And the cables I have are long enough to where the GPS is outside the cabin on the boat, clear view to the sky, even has compass headings and everything. And we'll go over this, and I'll show you where to read more up on this software and how to install it and everything. But this is the core. This is the brain of the Falcon right here. With this, I don't need a computer. I don't need a computer for boat operation. So your laptop stays put away. And when I start talking to you about this hardware, you're going to be radically surprised as to what this entails and what this costs. So I hope you found this informative. Stand by for part 2, where we go over the assembly and putting this together and everything needed to make this system work. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to buy the Pirate a Taco, why don't you think about becoming a patron? See the links below. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the little bell icon when you want to be notified of new content. And as always, may the wind be at your back.